Hey Pokemon Champions, what's going on? It's Champion Blaze here, and in the Diamond and Pearl series of the Pokemon anime, we saw Ash suffer one of his most devastating and unfair losses in the entire series, his loss to Tobias in the Sinnoh League semi-finals. Coming off the heels of the exhilarating Ash vs Paul battle in the previous episode, this was just a big shakeup because we were rooting for Ash to win the whole thing. But given the Pokemon in Tobias' possession as well as the Pokemon Ash chose to use, it really didn't seem like he was gonna win. Or could he have? Today we'll be discussing if Ash actually could have won against Tobias and how he could have done it. But in order to do so, I'll need some help from a friend. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, what's going on guys, my name's Raf, and huge thank you to the bro Blaze for having me on the channel today. What more of an honour it is to be on this project, explaining what Ash's best team should have been should he have taken on Tobias and his full team. For those of you that are unaware, I made a video recently explaining what could have been Tobias' full legendary Pokemon team, supported by an amazing theory and other sources. It was always believed that Ash should have taken on Tobias at full force, with Tobias' team being fully revealed, and that's why today we're going to create Ash's best team that will take down Action Replay Boy once and for all.
Raf, thanks for joining me on the channel today, bro. Alright guys, so now that you know the parameters of the video and what's taking place, let's dive right into making Ash's best team to defeat Tobias. Let's get started.
So let's break down how this team was composed. Thanks to this tweet by Yuji Asada, one of the main directors and storyboard directors who works on the Pokemon anime, they actually explained in a few tweets that Tobias was said to have owned a team full of legendary Pokemon. Supported by this theory I found, here is how the full team could have looked like, alongside the potential reserves. The full team outlined would have been Darkrai, Latios, Entei, Latias, Zapdos, and Lugia. Let's start off with Entei, a Pokemon shown in the third opening of the Diamond and Pearl series, Psycho Everyday, also known as Sinnoh League victors for those that watched the dub. During the opening, there is a frame showing an Infernape battling the legendary beast Entei. Immediately, we would assume that this Infernape belongs to Ash. Whilst it could also be belonging to Flynn, it wouldn't make sense for him to take on an Entei, and that's supported by my next point, which shows a Buizel taking on a Darkrai. So I'm sure we can all agree that if we add both of these two frames together in terms of their concept and the Pokemon that is being used, they have to be owned by Ash, and Entei could have been a potential Pokemon on Tobias' team. We then have Latias. Seeing as Tobias already owned half of the Eon Duo on his team, it would also make sense for him to also own the female counterpart. Some would say that Nurse Joy from the second Diamond and Pearl special would be the one to own this Pokemon instead. But seeing as legendary Pokemon tend to have various species, there's no stopping Tobias also having his own. This can also be supported thanks to the continuity when Ash first learns Tobias has a Latios and immediately recognises the Pokemon, referencing his encounter with the Pokemon back in the 5th movie. Now in terms of Lugia and Zapdos, these were Pokemon chosen via a process of analysing every legendary and mythical Pokemon and eliminating those that are considered too powerful to be caught or illogical for a trainer to own. Zapdos came out to be a Pokemon that fit best on Tobias' team, alongside covering Pokemon such as Entei for type coverage. Lugia was a Pokemon that was considered to be another strong psychic type that could acclaim the Eon Duo, including being a Pokemon that is known to have multiple species due to breeding, as made evident thanks to the existence of Baby Lugia Silver. Looking at this team, we have a lot of speed, something that Tobias has emphasised on mostly, especially during his battle against Ash. The Pokemon are also capable of elevating themselves into the air, which can too prove to be quite the challenge. When it came to researching this team supported by the theory I found, it was quite compelling how this team could actually become canon in the potential future. But just by looking at the team in general, Pokemon such as Entei and Zapdos have shown to be the most diverse in terms of typing. The Eon Duo and Lugia are probably the most menacing besides Darkrai, and the Dragon and Psychic typings are some of the most lethal to exist. Compiling all of these together, Tobias could arguably be the most dangerous trainer to exist in the Pokemon world, should the Action Replay Boy actually obtain these Pokemon of course.
Now that we understand what Team Raf has created for Tobias, we can start to pick the best Pokemon for Ash to use to combat the typings in Tobias' arsenal. Similar to my video where I created Ash's best team to defeat Leon, we'll be creating two different teams for Ash to defeat Tobias. One team where he has access to all his Pokemon, and one where he only has access to the Pokemon he currently owns. So let's begin with Team 1, Ash having access to all the Pokemon he's obtained. If Ash has access to all the Pokemon he's caught regardless of where they are, the headliner of his team would of course be his partner Pikachu. It's obviously one of his strongest Pokemon, has a track record for taking down legendary Pokemon in the anime, and has gone head to head with Leon's Charizard in Pokemon Journeys already. Pikachu of course was able to knock out Tobias' Latios in the Sinnoh League, even if it was a double knockout. So it would definitely be able to hold its own against at least Latios, and maybe some of his other Pokemon as well. We've seen Pikachu defeat the likes of Regice, Latios, Silvally, and the mighty Tapu Koko, some of this electric mouse's most powerful opponents to date. As a bonus, it also has access to the special Z-move 10 million volt Thunderbolt, which Ash used to defeat Tapu Koko, as well as Volkner's Electivire in their Ultra Class battle in Pokemon Journeys. But since we already know how well Pikachu is able to handle legendary Pokemon, let's move on to his next team member, SCEPTILE. We won't spend too much time on SCEPTILE either, but there are some noteworthy aspects we must mention here as well. Of course, SCEPTILE has the honor of also being one of Ash's select Pokemon that has managed to defeat a legendary or mythical Pokemon. SCEPTILE was in fact the only Pokemon that was able to defeat Tobias' Darkrai during the Sinnoh League, so it's safe to say it could do it again in a rematch. Maybe SCEPTILE could even go up against Tobias' potential Entei, and Overgrow could activate and allow SCEPTILE to overcome its typing disadvantage. Prior to battling Darkrai, SCEPTILE was even able to hold its own against Pyramid King Brandon's legendary Titan, Regirock. Though it's got the strength to match legendaries, nonetheless, SCEPTILE would be an important asset for this team.
The next two team members who are paired together are Journey sibling Dragonite and Gengar. Starting with the Dragon Pseudo Legendary, this Pokemon has displayed a profound amount of power during its battles, even having a 100% win rate at the time before losing to Raihan's Flygon in episode 109. Dragonite is a Pokemon that has powerful moves that are complemented via strategy, with Dragon Dance being the common move used to increase its attacking speed. Besides this, having the most dangerous dragon move under its wings known as Draco Meteor, it is shown to be not only a threat, but also a move used to assist in evading traps. Moving on to Gengar, this Pokemon is well known for its speed and maneuvers. Gengar is a Pokemon that has access to the Gigantamax mechanic, allowing it to bulk in size and health, further leading to immense damage. The thing to consider with Gengar as well is that it has moves that could cover additional typings, these being Ice Punch, Dazzling Gleam, and also Sludge Bomb, a move that provides stab. In all fairness, many would think these Pokemon are not worthy being on the team due to the lack of experience, but to counter that, both have been used in the biggest competition yet to exist in the anime, and they've played a massive part in getting our 10-year-old hero to this stage of the Masters 8. Dragonite assisted Ash taking down Karina's Mega Lucario despite the damage it received, helping Ash elevate into the superclass, and it even defeated Iris' ace Pokemon being a Haxorus after the development it received thanks to Draco Meteor. This victory allowed Ash to enter the Hyperclass. As for Gengar, this Pokemon defeated the light of Marnie's Grimmsnarl and its Gigantamax state, allowing Ash to push high into the Hyperclass, and it also played a key role in the battle against Raihan, taking down two of his three Pokemon, which later caused Ash to reach the final Masters 8. Knowing this, both of the Pokemon are deserving of being entries, not only due to the fact how they played a key role in elevating Ash into the Pokemon World Championships, but especially in terms of how they can counter some of the Pokemon Tobias' potential team.
Now Ash's next team member is going to be a pretty wild card here because that's going to be NAGANADEL. To this day, it's one of only two legendary Pokemon that Ash has been able to capture on his journey. NAGANADEL did return to its home Ultra World after the Alola League Manalo conference, but if Ash can summon it when needed, then he should use this Pokemon on his team. It has an outstanding moveset of Sludge Bomb, Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, and X-Scissor. Quite the diverse set of moves, and very powerful ones at that. It was able to defeat Professor Kukui's Lucario, and was even powerful enough to go toe-to-toe with the guardian deity, Tapu Koko. With coverage it provides as well as its excellent typing in Poison Dragon, I think it would be a no-brainer to add this Pokemon to the team. And if it's strong enough to be on my best team for Leon, then we should definitely add it to the roster here as well.
Unova Gloss's Krookodile is a popular option amongst many viewers. One of the main things to consider about Krookodile is not only its distinctiveness, but also how it's displayed itself in battle. A well-known strategy was how it would elevate itself with the use of Stone Edge, and with moves like Dragon Claw, Aerial Ace and Crunch, this gives Krookodile huge advantage in type coverage against most of Tobias' potential team members. For a Pokemon that is quite large, it is also very speedy, and that's what makes Krookodile a sly beast behind the shades. This has been proven thanks to the wins it's helped Ash obtain, even against those they had a type disadvantage against. Krookodile is a Pokemon that also has the abilities Intimidate, Moxie and Anger Point, and despite Ash's Krookodile not revealing its current ability, either one of these could be giving it a massive advantage in combat.
So it looks like we've got all 6 members for Ash's first team, being Pikachu, SCEPTILE, Gengar, Dragonite, NAGANADEL, and Krookodile. absolutely a team of all-stars. This team of course is if Ash can use any of his Pokemon that he owns. This team provides great type diversity not just in the typings alone, but in their moves as well. We've got a couple Pokemon known for defeating legendary Pokemon already, a couple powerhouses from his recent Pokemon Journeys team, and his Unova Ace and his Ultra Beast. This team would stand a very good chance against defeating Tobias' potential team of legendary Pokemon. However, how would the game change if he could only use the Pokemon he currently owns? What would the team look like then? Well, let's take a look. Moving on to Ash's team, if he's only able to use the Pokemon he currently has access to, the team really doesn't change much, to be honest. In fact, only one Pokemon will be taken off the roster from the previous team, NAGANADEL. Since NAGANADEL isn't actually on Earth right now, it wouldn't be that easy for Ash to call upon it if he wanted to battle with it again, though it's unlikely that Ash would be able to use it. The Pokemon that will be replacing NAGANADEL is going to be a third member of Ash's Pokemon Journeys team, DRACOVISH.
Since its debut, DRACOVISH has been a very peculiar Pokemon, but despite its goofiness, it is a secret powerhouse in disguise. Let's start off by looking at its current moveset, being Water Gun, Vicious Rend, Ice Fang, and Dragon Rush. 3 out of the 4 moves are Stab, and on top of that, they've allowed DRACOVISH to defeat some of the strongest Dragon-type Pokemon, consisting of Iris's Dragonite and even Drasna's Noivern. DRACOVISH is a Pokemon that has a strong adrenaline about it, and it also has a very sturdy build, making it a tank with power stored behind it. If we were to consider DRACOVISH as a member, then it would have the opportunity to take down half of Tobias' potential team. And to know that it has defeated an Elite Four and Champion leveled Pokemon, it shows that even the rarest looking things in life are not to be messed with.
And now we have both of Ash's best teams if he's going to defeat Action Replay Boy and his army of legendary Pokemon. One team where he can use any of his Pokemon, and one where he can only use the Pokemon currently available to him. Both teams provide great type diversity, type coverage, and are some of his absolute strongest Pokemon. So there we go, Pokemon champions, Ash's 2 best teams in order to have a better chance at defeating the infamous Tobias. Let us know in the comments which team you think is better and if there were any better Pokemon that we could have chosen here. And lastly, I need to give a big thanks to my bro Raf for joining me in today's discussion.
My bro, thank you so much for having me today. I had an amazing time chatting with you about this team. If you've come over from my channel, then be sure to subscribe to Blaze, as he's one of the most talented and underrated content creators in the community. Also, be sure to stay tuned for a video coming out on my channel soon, in which we'll be teaming up again to chat about a very special trainer.
As always guys, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, train hard and I'll catch you guys later.